Yeah, we back. Ooh, Sean's car looking so clean. Got the new tire letters on it. Oof, oof. I want that. Good shit, Sean. Alright, well, I actually had to go to Sean's for a little bit. He's going to Z-Days, actually. Getting back in the Mustang. Yeah, I'll explain to you what's going on. So let me tell you about the story as to why Mustang's broken. Alright, well, I am aware that lighting is not the best right now. I apologize. As you can see, one light there and one light there. Not a very good combo. Alright, well, before diving into today's video, I might as well tell you what ended up happening to the Mustang because I never made a video on it. Yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. Point the spotlight at me. After everything went down with the Mustang, I ended up getting really upset and depressed. I don't know, I just didn't want to make a video about it because I was just upset. And we had no idea what was wrong with it at the time, so I couldn't make a video explaining what was wrong. Now we're back, finally. I'm explaining what happened to the Mustang and how we're gonna fix it. So the Sunday after I got my car tuned by Soto, and by the way, nothing is Soto's fault. Soto did an amazing job on my tune. It's amazing. So there's nothing wrong with getting NA tuned. But what was the problem was for the past year and a half that I've owned this car, I've been aware that the flywheel on my car was bad. It constantly vibrated when decelerating from 3,000 RPMs down to 2,000 RPMs, and it continuously did that for the entire time I owned this car. And I should have replaced it a long time ago, but I never did because the funds, like if you guys don't know, flywheels are insane. They're like $500 to $700 for a flywheel. If you don't know about this car specifically, it's a 2011. They first started making dual mass flywheels, and they're absolute trash. It's basically two pressure plates together, like the flywheel and a plate, and this pressure plate's supposed to take most of the pressure from accelerating. So there's a bunch of springs inside of it, and when you accelerate, those springs compress, and there's a little bit of movement. There's supposed to be a tiny bit of movement. But what ends up happening is that plate ends up becoming faulty in some way because of how they were built, yet they were never recalled. So that's why a lot of people with these cars, that's the first thing they replace with them is the flywheel, because they're just absolutely terrible. But I might as well show you the flywheel and what I'm talking about. Alright, so I finally got the clutch all taken apart, but I might as well show you guys what was wrong with it. So this is the pressure plate, or people call it the disc that you burn, the frisbee. But this thing is completely done. There's no more ridges on this. You can see it visibly from the color, but as I run my finger across it, I can't feel it. So this thing is completely toast. This is the flywheel. It's just old. It's not supposed to be able to turn this much. And it's also making that sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it on camera, but it's not supposed to be making that sound, and that's what was causing that vibrating. That's the problem about these dual mass clutches, is that they just break really easily and it's not reliable. My car specifically had 3 previous owners to this, and one previous owner before changed out the clutch at some point. So from factory, the 2011 Mustang V6 comes with a clutch. The brand starts with the E. They're through Ford, but my car has Valeo, V-A-L-E-O. This is not stock, so previous owner to me obviously burned out a clutch before, took it back to the factory, they replaced it with this and another dual mass flywheel, or they never even changed out the flywheel, they just did the clutch. I'll tell you guys what I have in the car right now, but it's a lot better than this piece of shit. If you guys want to change out your clutches or have the same problem as I have had, I would not suggest going to the dealership to change it out. Find a friend who has experience with it. Get an aftermarket clutch. It's so much better in your wallet too. Well, I just got that clutch and flywheel put back together, and I just put it in that box over there. I'll finally tell you why my car went through what it went through. For the past year now since I owned this car, the flywheel vibrates like crazy from 2,000 RPM, from 3,000 RPM down to 2,000 RPM. And it just wasn't fun to drive the car. When we tuned it with Soto, I was aware of this problem, and I didn't think about it because Ford said to not worry about it, and it's whatever because it's not a recall. So I didn't worry about it. I took it over, got tuned, and we were doing pulls up to like 140 miles an hour, and we upped the torque, we upped the horsepower. The flywheel could not take it anymore, and it gave out. It said, I'm done. After this, I'm out. Peace. Initiative was to get a new clutch and flywheel. But that vibrating was still happening, and another problem occurred. There was this loud thunking noise coming from like where my feet are in that area, like by the transmission. So after we got tuned and all of that, Chris and I took the Mustang back here, and we got a new facelift on it. I will be showing you guys later what it looks like. It looks absolutely insane. But as you can see right now, it's crappy out. It's not a time to do a reveal on it. But it's here. It's on the car. It looks amazing. This is where I think we got stupid. Alright, so after all this thunking happened and the vibrating thing was still going on and it was worse than ever, I decided to take it to my friend Jason to get it diagnosed as to what the problem was. And I took Jason for a ride in it. He agreed with me that the vibrating was the flywheel and it needed to be swapped out. And then as for the thunking, we were so unsure about the thunking because it was just very strange. Nothing informed said anything about thunking. Now we're left with a question mark as to what do we do? Do we still swap out the flywheel and clutch and hope that it fixes the vibrating and the thunking noise? So that's what we ended up doing. I ended up ordering the spec stage 1 clutch and the spec aluminum flywheel. That it's not dual mass either, so that's good out of there. It was quite pricey, but compared to a stock clutch getting done from Ford itself, the price is a lot better. Now I will also have a link in the description to all the parts that I ended up buying for my car here. And we also ended up changing out the hydraulic clutch line. I got a stainless steel clutch line. But what I was talking about when me and Chris put on the new facelift is when we put the bumper back on, we didn't do it correctly. As of right now, the thunking is still going on. So I spent all this money to hopefully be fixing the thunking, and it wasn't fixed. And Chris brought this to my attention that when we did the facelift, we never installed the front bumper correctly. Honestly guys, I'm gonna feel really fucking stupid if this is what the problem was. Oh, by the way, it was at Jason's place for a whole month, so I haven't been able to drive this car for a whole month, and it sucked. I missed this car a lot, but actually thank you to Chris's dad for letting me borrow his car. No complaints here. I'm very grateful. I'm very lucky to have you guys in my life and to let me borrow the car. But I'm about to see if I can fix this bumper real quick. When we put the bumper back on, we never put the skid plate underneath the bumper. The skid plate's supposed to go over top of the bumper, and the bumper's supposed to hold it in. Right now the skid plate's underneath it. So when I'm driving at high speeds, wind catches underneath it and is able to pull it down and flick it back up and hit the bumper. That could most likely be what's going on with the thumping. And I'm gonna be really pissed if that's what it is, because that's a really obvious, simple fix that we messed up on. If this is the problem, I'm not gonna be too mad because my car needed a new flywheel and clutch anyways. The new clutch and flywheel actually drive really good. That old clutch and flywheel was really heavy and really annoying. It literally gave my leg a workout. This one is so smooth. It's a performance clutch, so you know it's gonna be good with fast shifting. I'm at obviously in braking miles right now. I just got the car back today. I'm not even 100 miles in. I'm at like 50 miles, and I got to about 800 before it's all good. But I'm gonna go ahead, pop the hood, take out the bumper, put it back on like how it's supposed to, and hopefully that fixes our problem. So I might as well show you what my thought is as to what's going on. So this is obviously underneath my car, right? We got the facelift, and under here, if you guys can see, there's this piece right here that's hanging down. This is the skid plate. this is supposed to be underneath my bumper, and when the car's driving, wind's getting underneath this, pushing it down and smacking it up like this. That sounds exactly like what it is, actually. I couldn't think of one possible way to tuck that skid pad inside the bumper, so I'm gonna have to take off the whole bumper and put it back on. One thing that sucks about putting these bumpers back on is these walls inside of it. It's hard plastic and you gotta bend it back inside the bumper. It's absolutely terrible and I hate doing it. I won't forget this time, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna just assemble all of this again. This is like the 10th time taking apart this bumper. This is not fun. Not fun at all. Alright, so as you can see, it was very tedious and very annoying, but I had the bumper leaning on the bash bar right now. So I'm going to take advantage of this point, not take it all the way off. Obviously I'm not going to take out all the lights and all that nonsense. Going to try tucking it now while this is pulled up by about 4 inches and see if I can do it from there. And if so, it's gonna be really easy. Go ahead and try it.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Alright, well somehow, as you guys can tell, I got the bumper back on, which is absolutely amazing, but good news is I also got this together. So now, this piece is underneath the bumper. So, next thing to do is just to bolt this all up and take it for a test drive and see if it fixed it. So, let's get going. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this. Alright, well I just put the Mustang all back together, got all the parts put away, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm about to take it for a ride. I'm gonna take you guys along. It's gonna be dark, I know, like it's nighttime. What am I supposed to do about it? And it's raining, but you know, you guys haven't heard the Mustang in a while, might as well roll down the windows a little bit. Listen for it. I'm gonna listen for the sound too, see if that fixed it. So, let's get it. Ugh. It feels so good to be back in this car too. Oh yeah. What's that purr? The sound only happens when I go above 40 miles an hour. So I'm just gonna drive around the block. I'm just gonna drive around the block and see if I'm able to trigger it. Alright, and yeah, I'm not gonna be going too fast, mainly because this car is on braking miles for a while. So I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna get up to speed, see if I fix it or not. See, it's weird coming into this because all 3 of the sounds that we have found so far sound like what it was, so it's not really easy to pinpoint which one it was. First of all, those gear shifting were really smooth. Definitely love this new clutch. Phenomenal. I'm really happy we upgraded it in general. But yeah. It's gone. That was it. I feel really stupid right now. Extremely stupid. I know you can't see me, so I'm kind of crying right now because of how happy and mad I am at myself. There. Usually there's a thunky noise, but it's gone. It was that skid plate. I feel really stupid right now just because of the fact we didn't tuck the skid plate. I'm disappointed in myself, like actually fully disappointed in myself. But you know, at least Doty and I got each other's backs in this situation. You know, it was his lug nuts and it was my skid plate. 2 things that are so obvious that you don't think about it, you know? But I guess a common mistake You learn, live and you learn. I mean, I'm still happy that we got the clutch and flywheel installed because I still needed that, and we got the outer control rods that I needed. I'm gonna end this video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to drop a thumbs up. Giving a like on the video really helps me out to get these videos out there, more people watching, more people subscribing to the channel, and more people tuning in every week to videos. But I'm back on content. Hopefully it's gonna be getting warmer out soon. I got the car back finally, and it's all good. It's all checked out, so we can go on long road trips again. I hope you did enjoy the video, guys, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out. I love you. Goodbye.